All right, so we are at Black Rifle Coffee, and I've got Jamie Thomas here with me. She has never been in Black Rifle Coffee. So what do you think about this place so far?
It looks like I thought it would look.
What does that mean? That sounds so Georgian of you.
Black Rifle. Black Rifle. I assumed it would be like military, manly.
So there is a boar on the wall over there by the fireplace.
A lot of camo. A lot of guns.
So it makes me feel comfortable and good.
Yeah.
So is that wrong?
No.
Is it like I have found in life, I like the idea of many things, but I don't actually like many things.
Oh.
So like I like the idea of being a politician, but I went to a Woodstock City town hall.
Yeah.
Is that right? Town hall?
I guess.
Meeting. And they started with Robert's Rule of Order. I'm like, oh, I remember that. I hate that. And then whiny people started talking. I'm like,
Never
I
mind.
hate whiny people. So the Black Rifle Coffee, I mean, like their logo is a scope.
Oh.
Right? So it's got BRCC in the right?
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
This just screams to me like, buy something, please.
Oh.
Does it make you want to buy like a shirt or a gun?
It's just not my. It's just not my scene.
It's
Mine
not?
is like rainbows and soft things.
Like pina coladas and getting caught in the rain?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Much more my scene.
So have you been to the place in downtown Woodstock called, it's that tea place, Poppy Tea?
I think a bubble tea or
Bubble
something
tea.
like that. I like it. I downloaded the app so I can get rewards.
So that is your place, yeah.
Yes.
That would be, yeah, I can go in there and help the kids, but I can't stay.
No, I like the ambiance going on here, but yeah, no, it's exactly like I thought it would be. It's not like, ooh, I can't wait to come back.
Oh, no?
It's not my scene.
I would come back here. Well, I've been back here multiple times. This is I don't know why, but it also screams freedom.
Exactly, right.
I don't know what I need to be free from, but I feel like I should go to the gun range. I mean, they have a Honda Civic with a chain gun on top of it. That's just
Oh, I see that, yeah.
that is so awesome.
It really, yeah.
And their coffee is called like Chicka Chicka Boom Boom. I mean, how could you not?
That's what makes the world go round. Is
I don't know.
Everybody liking different things, so.
Yes. So speaking of different things, you're into a lot of cool things. We recently saw you in a play.
Yep.
And you stole the show. Little Timmy stole the show
Right.
with how big he was.
Right.
So
Ensemble, yeah.
What was the play?
It was A Christmas Carol.
And how did you find that? I've lived here for like 97 years, and I didn't
Right.
even know this was going on.
So theater has long been a great love of mine. So when we decided we would even try to look for a house here, I was like, where are all the theaters?
Oh.
Where are they all?
And you chose Woodstock?
I auditioned at a few places, and that was where they're like, yes, please come.
Going,
Yeah.
That's fascinating.
And I found out why.
Why?
It's really hard, and nobody wants to do it at Christmas.
Oh.
So they're like, fresh meat.
Yeah, that's probably true.
So
Some people look for drive time to the office or price of the house. You looked for
Theater. Theaters and gyms.
True.
Nearby.
Now this is funny. So I guess you can't spell geek without a double E. So I'm an electrical engineer, and my geek factor is high. So selfishly, I said, you know what? I'm going to put an email out looking for any CrossFitting people that play Dungeons and Dragons. And before you guys were even here, you answered the call.
That's me, man.
That was awesome.
Also, to borrow a friend's terminology, I'm a flaming extrovert. So I'm like, did somebody send me a mail? Did they want my company?
I do like the fact that you are quick to say yes. I'm like, hey, I need someone to pay Bitcoin because I'm going on this other podcast and I want to be able to say I did it. And you're like, I'm in. You were like, how? I'm like, I don't know. And then we tried 47 times. Like, I can't make it work. I cannot. And then you went home and you did it on your own.
I did,
like,
yeah.
That's awesome.
I'm a lover of new things. You can ask my spouse how annoying it is because he's a lover of the sameness and no change, which is why it's a beautiful compliment.
Well, I thought you coming to garden with him at my house while you and I just watched.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm like, this is great. He went for an hour and a half nonstop.
Right.
I'm like, how do you, because gardening is intense.
I know.
Or backbreaking or whatever.
He should have been a farmer.
He can still be a farmer. I have chickens, and I don't have a farm, but we know that guy, Potpourri Farms, down the street.
He should have. He missed his calling, and it makes me sad. But he's okay, you know.
Well, he still works with animals, so and I really like his gig, which is I only work when I want to work, where I want to work. So he's a what do you call it? An on-call veterinarian?
A relief veterinarian.
Veterinarian.
Yeah.
And he and I have chatted about the stories that go on, and like you can just do things and walk away and like whatever. But yeah, that's interesting. So like I would love to go see many other gyms, but I can't because I got to do stuff here. But I would like to just go and see what people are doing.
Yeah.
So he gets to do that.
He does.
In the veterinary world with no strings attached.
Right. Yeah. And then be like, see you not tomorrow. He purposely tries to not see them tomorrow.
Yeah, oh, for sure.
He'll be like, I'll be back. No, but in like 3 days. I'm not coming back tomorrow.
I'm not, yeah, I like that. Okay, so you're into acting. He's into veterinarian. We also know, what do you do for work? You have...
I'm a therapist, so telehealth only now. I did see people in person.
That is very fascinating. You know you can get adjusted over the phone now for like chiropractics?
No, I did not know. Are you kidding me?
You could do, there's Eric Richards who has HealthSprout was telling me there's a guy in California that'll adjust you over the phone.
How
I'm like,
cool is that?
I don't even know what that means.
I don't know either.
Hold your phone up to your head, he goes, snap.
That's very interesting.
So you were able to still keep your job in Kentucky. Bryson, North Carolina?
North Carolina. Close to Bryson.
Not Bryson?
No.
What is it called?
Franklin is where.
Oh, Franklin. That's where the methamphetamine is.
Yes.
Oh, I was making that up. Is it really?
No, you're right. Unfortunately. And vacationers.
True. So vacations are good. Methamphetamines are typically not good for you.
Not good.
Yeah.
No, I know. It's very sad. A very, very sad thing going on. But
were you guys able to have like a side business of making some of that for people? Yeah, don't say that out loud. Yeah.
We would. Oh my gosh, there was somebody unfortunately who lived like nearby that we would just be like, I hope they go back to jail soon. Like, it was sad.
That is sad. And it is interesting. So we were up helping some people in Kentucky, and he was saying it was a mission trip for the school, and he said that some people actually try to get on disability so they don't have to do anything. I'm like, that would make me so sad to like live a life of nothing.
Yeah.
How can you? Yeah.
A lot of people. Here we get into the therapy talk, right? Did you?
Hey, this is what you do. Therapize me. You didn't call it out. You didn't. I did. Oh, you did? We missed it.
Sorry.
Can I steal your card real quick?
Yep.
Yeah.
So they asked for a name, and I didn't say Andy. I said Captain Hook.
That's right.
And I totally didn't hear you yell it out. Yeah, we're in the corner talking. Last time I was in here, like I said, I did Hot Guy. And so the lady had to yell, Hot Guy. And I was like, that's us.
Oh, that is funny.
So you can like get the compliments wherever you want.
Yeah.
So you're typically, when you're talking to people, it's over the phone.
It's on the computer.
On the computer. So it's like
virtual.
a Zoom chat?
Yeah.
Do you get to record them? And do they like, I guess you wouldn't even record it because they probably like no history.
Right. Well, yeah. I write notes. We have to write notes for like insurance and legal reasons.
Right.
What's that?
It's just coffee. It's just coffee going in and out.
If
That's
it's
it.
hot,
It's going to be
you have
hot.
to take it your Invisalign out if it's hot. 'Cause
It'll,
like melt. Not
it'll
melt it, but disform
reform it?
Yeah.
I do that to people with my hotness. I disform them.
Right.
Oh, my
That's
kids are
your
gonna
new
cringe if they listen to this. They're gonna be like, Dad, why do you tell so many stupid jokes?
I'm like Invisalign.
Yeah.
Or my hot coffee.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm hot coffee. So that's fascinating, though. You guys are able to, like, what made you guys decide to move? You're in a pretty cool place, minus the methamphetamine, working jobs that are pretty cool.
There's nothing to do. So
Nothing?
he was happy to live there. So I gave him 8 years.
Wow. That is a very long
That is a
test
long
run. Yeah.
time to be like,
Yeah.
But when he was asking the people at indie vets, is what it's like, independent vets, indie
Sure.
vets, where like a good place would be to land with enough clinics
Business
around
and,
to go to. Marietta was one, and
Okay.
he has his 2 like closest ever childhood best friends live in Marietta and Dallas.
Well, I live here in Woodstock, so
And now it's you.
we were close
So
to besties before we knew each other.
Right. Here we are.
So yeah, there is actually, weirdly, there's like an emergency clinic in Marietta, which is, I think, the only overnight like emergency hospital-y thing for animals, and it's incredibly expensive. So I could bet you could like.
That's not Blue Pearl, is it?
I have no idea. So when my dogs are that sick, unfortunately, I don't do anything.
Oh yeah, that's right. You're not a doctor.
I'm the. Well.
Oh wow.
I know. Sorry.
I know.
Actually, we take care of our dogs. The chickens, I'm like.
Yeah.
You were $4 basically. I can't spend.
You were talking about getting rid of roosters. We would just let them out. We're like, bye.
Oh yeah, so
And
I
then
could do that. I mean, nature's feeding them. So we will. I've tried to get the kids to do it. I harvest them, and since they're free range, the muscle is too chewy.
Disgusting. I know.
Well, it's not
you can
disgusting.
only make them
It tastes like chicken, which is weird.
Yeah.
Chicken
Yeah.
tastes like chicken.
That's
I know, so strange. But it's too chewy.
Yeah.
So I have to like break it down or something. But you know who doesn't care that it's too chewy?
Your dogs.
That's exactly it. And we got a Great Pyrenees, and apparently his stomach is enormous.
Oh.
And so, I mean, and he tells you, he like hits you with his paw to like,
Yeah.
I'm hungry, feed me now. And so anyway, he'll eat. Like the other day, I was doing it, and he was like watching me, and I cut the heart out, and he's like hitting me, and so I was like, whatever. I just gave him the heart raw, and you would have thought the world has become his oyster. I'm like, that is disgusting, but I guess
He loved it.
that's what dogs do, right?
Interesting.
They don't
I
have
don't know.
opposable thumbs, so they can't make fire.
Right? So they eat.
They can't cook
raw
their food.
chicken.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
It's pretty gross. Okay, so you guys had 8 years up there. Then you picked Marietta.
Yeah.
You saw the D&D email. And
Yeah.
you're like, and I tried out for some thespian plays. No.
Oh,
just-
and I didn't. No, but there's a lot to choose from.
Oh,
That
yeah.
was my.
What-
Oh, that'll be great.
Oh, I see what you're saying. So
Yeah.
I could go anywhere with it.
Yeah.
So weirdly, right behind us, there used to be an improv. There was a group that created an improv group.
Yeah.
I don't think I can say group twice. There was a bunch of people who created an improv group. And so they had like improv acting lessons and stuff, which is weird because wouldn't improv just be everyone show up and we just make crap up?
Oh no.
Yeah.
There is a lot to know and practice.
And yes, and then what?
Yes, and your brain is in a different mode of seriously like openness, open
Right.
to the universe. It could be anything. Like you're not thinking in
Railroads.
regular
Yeah.
ways that you would think. So,
You have to keep their story going.
Yeah, it's so cool. I did a little bit of improv. It was super fun. I got like the best compliment of my whole life.
Which,
My husband came to an improv show.
Yeah.
It's kind of a dig, but also like still the best thing that I've ever heard. He said,
you're very good for an amateur.
No. He
That's
said,
kind of mean, I guess. I don't know.
he said, I didn't know that you were funny until I came here, and I actually know you're funny. You made that up.
Oh my gosh.
I know, like,
that is
thank you.
awesome. Yeah. So, interesting. So the secret is out. We also play D&D or Dungeons and Dragons for the uninitiated. There's a movie that just came out that you liked.
It was good.
It was
I
good.
liked
Okay.
it.
And so you can use those skills inside of
Oh, it's so
our
fun.
gameplay, which is
I
funny
know.
because you and Jordan like really play into it.
All the time.
I really enjoy that. And then Jonathan's like, I just want to kill stuff.
I know.
Like,
Jonathan just
well,
wants to roll.
What do you? And so in our storyline, he finds his little sister, and he's like, I'm going to teach her to kill things. I'm like, all right, I guess. I mean, let's do it. So yeah.
But who was hanging out with her, making conversation with her? Jordan's character.
Right, and but it's improv. You just like I have D&D is cool because it's like you have a certain kind of idea, and then you make it up as you go along,
Yeah.
and you story arc it, and
So fun.
does that actually help your desire to be part of a play? You're like, I get a little bit out of my system that I'm like engaging.
Anything that has to do with speaking to other people I love.
Well, hey, that's what we're doing right now.
That's what we're doing right
We're speaking
now.
to one other person.
One other
so
person.
you are. It's weird. So you are like total extrovert,
Yeah.
and I feel I am total introvert.
That's weird.
And you're a psychologist, psychoanalyst, You're a psycho.
Yes, I'm a psycho. Actually, no. That's it. You said we can't edit things. So I'm not
You
gonna
can.
tell you
I
this
don't know.
joke.
Yeah, I don't
No,
know
I'm
if you
not
can
gonna
say.
tell
I
you
don't know
this
how
joke.
to edit these. So if you don't want to say anything that you don't want, you get one shot. You get
I
one
will
opportunity.
say, a psychotherapist also breaks into 3 words.
Yes, it does. No,
It's
it does.
ridiculous. Anyway.
I know that joke.
Actually-
I tried hard not to say it.
I am a social worker.
Okay.
That is what my my master's is in social work.
Oh, interesting. And so, I mean, then a lot of that is talking with people and helping them work through.
And so then you can do therapy like with a clinical licensure.
Okay.
So yeah.
And so that's interesting. So a lot of this plays out. So you're speaking to people all day, and it doesn't tire you out.
Freaking love it.
Oh, really?
I just talk to everybody all the time.
Yeah.
Well, it's the problem solving that tires me out.
Interesting. It's the problem solving that gets me going.
Oh, yeah.
So I think I am introverted. I like to solve like puzzles. You put some puzzles in front of me, I'm like, I can't help but do the puzzle.
Right.
Yeah. Do you ever do escape rooms?
I am terrible. So bad at it.
You can be bad at it and still have fun. You just...
Yeah, so Jordan's really good at it. So
that's what we need to do as a gym escape room where we fight each other. Like, everyone do it for time.
No, you work it together.
Right. But like 6 of you go in, and the next 6 are waiting.
I see.
And then whoever gets the best time, because it's CrossFit, we have to compete.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so like anti-competition. I don't know why, what it is about me. I'm a little bit like, I'm not going to try if I'm not going to be able to do it.
Oh.
That's a personal issue.
Yeah. So I like trying weird, stupid, like, pickleball. All right.
Yeah.
Actually, you like to try. You're like acting.
I like to try new things.
Yeah.
I don't like to be graded on it.
Oh.
It's like, don't look at me. Nope, don't look at me. I don't know.
Yeah,
how I'm
I can
gonna
see
do
that.
I don't know.
Now, I did run into something where, so Levi, my young or middle-ish son, gave me better words to something that I felt as a kid that I couldn't express because words and I don't get along. You saw that in the last class.
Sure,
I don't know what I was making up words as we went, but he said, and I'm going to butcher it, but he said, I really like taking I had a math test and a science test back to back. It was hard material, and I knew it. And I went in there, and I was like, yeah, test me on this crap. I got it.
Right.
And he goes, I crushed it. And he's like, yes. And he goes to the next class and crushes it. And he's like, I just love to, just nail the hard stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm like, he probably had better words for it. But I like to be tested on stuff that I'm, super,
oh, yeah.
come from, it's hard, and most people aren't going to get it, but I got it somehow. Yeah.
So this is the thing, and I see it in my son too, and it's funny because, do you ever have this happen where something will come up and your kids are doing something, and then months later you'll be like, oh crap, I know where they get it from now. It's me. I do crap too. You don't remember, but
yes.
I'm realizing that I get the pouty face of oh, I don't know, I don't think I'm gonna do it.
One of them does it. So your kids are Jillian and
Jacob.
Okay.
Yeah.
More J names. Thank
All
you.
the J names.
I told you. I am now Jandy. It's totally fine. Yeah.
I have a brother, Justin, and when he enters the mix, I can't remember anybody's names.
Yeah, for sure.
So there's a limit.
Yeah, wait till you're 50. I'm like Ollie, Olivia, Retta, Evie. I don't know. Whoever you are.
This child.
Yeah. I call Evie Olivia all the time. Like, look, don't be mad. I don't know why. I literally don't know what's happening in my brain. It's a term of endearment. I love you.
Supposedly, psychology piece here for you.
How would you know this?
In the brain, names of dear people are stored in the same spot.
Okay.
And so when you're searching for it, they all come up. So you have to look through your dog's names, your cat's names, your wife's name, your kids' names, your
It may not be
grandma's name.
true, but I like it. Thank you. I did learn from your husband that cats emit a bacteria that makes you want more cats. Like what? No. Or an amoeba? What do you think? It was a virus?
Bacteria.
And the same bacteria makes mice want to run in a straight line away from the wall.
Right, something like that.
That is so weird, but it makes sense. Why wouldn't they? Yeah.
It's kind of like rabies that makes you just wander around wanting to bite stuff.
So I must have rabies because I literally like to wander around and
bite things?
No, yeah.
Drool?
Yes. So we do worry about that with our dogs and the coyotes that are out. We want them to protect the birds.
Yeah.
But how do you know
not eat them?
what has? Well, yeah, they may eat them, but how do you know what coyotes are like? I'm a normal coyote without rabies. They don't. You know what coyotes don't get? They're rabies shots.
But your dog can. Did you?
I do.
Okay,
we do.
good.
We do.
You do?
We do.
You do vaccines?
I
Good.
also do. Yes, we do get rabies shots.
Good.
When your husband, this is fascinating for everybody out here who doesn't know how that works. The 3-year vaccine is the same thing as the 1-year vaccine.
Right.
They just make you pay more money.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, what? So we do.
We do.
Yes, we purchased the 3-year every time.
Yeah.
I think there's an age though that you have to wait for them to be a little bit older. So I got a puppy, although it's huge. But
Yeah.
enough about those things. So you like to act, you like to impromptu, and you were funny.
Improvise.
Yeah.
I'm funny with other people.
Oh.
Not funny by myself.
I make myself laugh a lot.
Oh.
That doesn't. No, you don't make yourself laugh.
No.
And so-
I'm like socially, I can enjoy speaking with other people and we can laugh together because I'm good at that, but I'm not good at just like making jokes. No.
So I roll in the dad jokes because they're semi-funny and they hurt nobody.
Right.
It's like a sarcasm, but I call it fun-casm
Fun.
because nobody gets hurt, right? It's like at Breckenridge skiing, I bumped into a lady in the t-shirt store because the stuff was too tight.
Oh, right.
And I said, "Ooh, I'm sorry." And so this lady was with her 2 teenage kids, and she says, "Oh, you're fine." So of course, I start like strutting a little bit. I look back over my shoulder, and I'm like, "Thank you. You didn't have to say that, but I appreciate it." And so she walks away baffled. Her kids are like, "What just happened?" And then about a minute or two later, she snort laughs, looks at me, and thumbs up like, "Oh, I got it." So. Right? It hurts nobody. It's just funny. Whatever. It hurts my kids. My kids heard it, and they're like, "Run, everybody
go
run."
away. Well,
yeah.
that's how you know you're doing it right.
I guess. So okay, so you like social groups. Is that how you got into CrossFit? Because they're like, "Hey, it's a group of people that I can do some things
Well,
with."
no, listen to this. So, shout out to my mom. She has instilled in me always, like, you should eat healthy.
Yes.
And you should, like, I eat very, like, weird things. I'm totally open to, like, everything. Because she fed me weird stuff my whole life.
Like chicken cone?
That's a little hard.
Liver? Chicken liver?
Healthy stuff.
Okay, that is
weird
healthy.
as in not hamburgers. I didn't just get
Broccoli,
to be like, no, I only like
asparagus.
hamburger.
Yeah, okay.
Not weird. Healthy.
That's not,
And so eat healthy, but also like you have to be doing some kind of exercise.
Yeah.
You know, like you're not living your life if you don't have, like, you gotta be searching for something if you're not doing it, right? So she was like step aerobics lady, you know, like perfect example.
It's the
for
80s.
me.
Step aerobics is what we did.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So it was always just kind of like, well, I gotta have some kind of exercise, and I have to try something, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, if I go to the gym as a social creature, I'm like, what do I do? I don't know what to do. You know, and then it's just like too much effort to like make something up, too much money to do physical training. And for me.
Yeah, personal training.
For me,
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Oh, sorry, personal
Yeah,
training.
no, it's physical as well.
It is, yeah, personal training.
Yeah.
Sometimes. And
that's one-on-one, so it's not group setting for you.
right.
So this is interesting. So it's satisfying several needs at one time.
Yes. Oh, here's
Interesting.
the last
Minus
one
the competition.
was-
Don't compete.
No, I don't. Right. Yeah. And then, so my daughter was big enough to like be kept by somebody else.
Right.
And
So she was one.
pretty much. Yeah. Yeah.
Isn't it funny how the first kid you're like, not until you're 6, but the second kid you're
no.
like, he's 2.5 months. Yeah, take him.
Yeah. No. Like, are you okay if she cries?
Right.
I'm fine if
with
she
it.
cries.
Let them cry.
Are you okay?
Let them cry.
I know. So, side note, we took her to the beach when she was like 3 days old. We lived at the beach when she was born.
Yeah.
We were like, oh, no big deal.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Did she
We
get
sat
sunburned?
No, we sat under the pier.
Okay. Yeah. Hey,
No big deal. Anyways.
that's pretty bold because most parents with a 3-year-old, they're like, no. Like
she
something
was the
clicks
second.
inside of you and you're like, nobody touch, breathe around her, don't do anything. And then by kid 4, you're like, did you find that on the toilet floor? Yeah, that's fine. Go ahead.
I don't know. I just skipped to.
Whatever. Did you wipe off all the grossness? Whatever. Just.
But no, the gym, I think I just kind of like kept searching for what was in our area. What did we have? You know.
Still recording. Good. I'm always nervous this thing is like turned itself off.
I'm watching your mic.
Yeah, I saw that the battery was up more. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. We're trying this new thing. We got these Rode podcasty things, so we're fancy. We're fancy like Applebee's
on a date night.
Date night. Yeah, with a something
squeak, squeak.
squeak squeak. Yeah, I don't know the song.
Anyways, they had childcare.
Oh.
And in this big gym, so you know you could do whatever, but also they had a box inside the gym.
Oh.
And so I was like,
So it's a
those
gym inside of a
things-
gym.
It was.
That is weird. It's
It
like a
was a box
Russian
in a
doll.
gym. It
Did you get
was-
to the smallest doll?
Yeah, we did. That's where we were.
Okay.
So I was like, the Beast People? I could do what the Beast People do? Like, I don't know if I knew somebody. Because all it takes is one person to be like, no, for real, you can do it.
Yeah.
No, for real. Like, there are beginners.
Yeah.
You don't have to be a beast and then do
Right.
CrossFit, you know?
Okay, I got you. Yeah. So the beasts are inside the gym.
Yep.
And
there was childcare.
Yeah. Oh, so I'm in. Yeah.
I was like, oh, dang. So it was like mom's day out for me.
Yeah.
Every day I would get to go, and you had 2 hour max.
Yeah.
So I'd get there a half hour early and stretch,
Yeah.
do my hour, and then talk and chat for a half hour.
So there is a bit of like the sanity clause. Like
Yes.
I just need to have like not baby talk.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I blew it big time as a beginning father and husband. I traveled as a sales guy.
Yeah.
It's good money, but
Right.
basically I left Verity with 4 kids all by herself. You know what they talk like? Yeah, they don't talk. They talk like babies.
They
And,
talk
like,
like-
She's
'cause they
like,
talk
I need
to each
adult
other."
conversation.
Yeah.
I didn't recognize it. So for all you new dads out there, new moms or whatever, dads, help your wife get real people communication.
Absolutely. It's so hard.
But nobody tells you those things,
I know.
right? Nobody.
No.
I,
They tell you don't shake them, and then they're like, bye. To take them home, don't shake them.
Right.
That's all you get.
You need a permit to get a gun. You need nothing to have a child.
I know.
Not that I think you should be permitted for kids, but
No,
there should, like,
but something.
something. I guess there are books out there, but still, some of the simple things that they don't say, like they just talk about, is it post-mortem? Not post-mortem, that's death. Postpartum. So there's something about that, but that's like the negative side. The positive side is I need real people. Yeah, so okay,
Yeah.
so you found real people, and
Found
you're doing
my
CrossFit.
real people.
I saw your pictures with the biceps.
Oh my God. But that was a while into it, obviously.
Yeah.
That wasn't at first, right?
But if you just practice curls for the girls, right? You just get some, and you get on the beach.
He's so good. He was like, oh, look, I brought these hand weights up for you, and this is what we're going to do. We're going to do it together. But this is what happened. I did it one night, and then I came in the next day to the gym, and I couldn't do anything because I was so tired.
Yes. So that's the thing that we run into a lot is some people think I need to do, like I talked to Hannah last night about this, but I need to do 2 classes. Like, no, CrossFit actually isn't about that. It's the intensity.
Right.
And with intensity, you gain abilities. You also gain neurological adaptations. You get muscle. And so all these things add up to, I am tired. My body is growing in new ways.
Yeah.
And if I do too much, I can't do intensity anymore. So the idea of CrossFit goes away. You're now just working out for 2 hours.
Yeah,
I don't hate that. My favorite thing about CrossFit was you literally, originally we didn't have a gym. I just did this in my basement.
Oh,
and
right, yeah.
My kettlebell was a fertilizer bag that I had rolled up and it would be like, what's your warm up? Well, I just did some of the workout slowly.
Yeah.
And then you go.
That's what they say on Buried Not Random. You do
Oh,
that
I love
movement,
that. Yeah, I
but,
love Buried Not Random.
Yeah.
Pat Sherwood, man, if I could talk like him, he's so like easy to listen to.
Yeah, he has a really nice voice.
Yeah.
And then I saw what he looked like, and I was like, that's what he looks like.
I've seen him,
never
so
tell.
in my head he's already in there, yeah. So he's also got, what's the other one he does? Linchpin
I don't
conversation.
know.
So
Yeah.
his gym or his programming or whatever it is, it's called Linchpin. It's the pin you put in a thing and then you pop it over. So it's the pin that holds stuff together, Linchpin, whatever. And so he has conversations with that. But I'm like, some people I listen to on podcasts just have really cool voices. I'm like, I don't even know what you're saying anymore. I just like to the soothness.
Yeah.
It's so
Yeah.
wrong. Creepy, I guess. But I have a voice man crush on him.
Nice. That's fine.
Speaking of voices, so I didn't mean to ask you about this. So this kind of segue out of CrossFit. We'll get back to CrossFit. But you're actually doing voice acting as well. What is that?
So voiceovers.
Are you a cartoon?
I'm a couple cartoons. I can
Really?
show you. Not like
It doesn't matter when and where.
People's personal. I'll
Yeah?
send them to you.
Okay.
They're people's personal projects a lot of times. So
I will link them in the doodly-doo in this podcasty thing if I can figure out how, so people can listen to you
one
speaking.
of them, you can decide.
Oh, is it vulgar?
So, yeah.
Oh, well, I'll put vulgar on one of them, but whatever.
No, say
it's not
more.
you. It's somebody else
It's
making you
right.
say it.
No, it
They
was-
they
yeah.
paid me to say these words. Whatever.
It's so yeah.
Did you get to use like voices, or is it just your
Oh,
voice? Okay.
Voices. Two of them. One time, my proudest imitation was Sigourney Weaver-esque. It wasn't
Yeah.
great. That's not my
Yeah.
forte. That's a whole different thing.
Yeah.
But, no, so it was something that is an easy start. As you've seen, you
Yep.
can buy some equipment
Yeah.
and get started. And then I've since heard that it's like it devalues voiceover, and so it's a like slap your hand, but it's called Fiverr. It's like do anything for a Fiverr.
Okay.
You know, like it's a freelance
like
website.
a $5?
Yeah, it's a freelance website.
Okay.
So I mean I've been on there since like 2018, just like self-teaching, whatever, you know. And then I met somebody whose husband does voiceovers full time, and I'm like, okay, extrovert, but also super like I connect, you know, a networking person, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, hi, about your husband, and so would he mind answering my questions, you know? And so I was asking him about stuff, and he suggested like, this is something that a friend of mine, Andy McCann, said.
So you emailed me that, and I was like, hey, I say that. Oh, I think she means me.
I didn't. Yeah.
So the first time I was like, you made me laugh. I snorted at the computer by myself.
Nice.
Yeah. So you made somebody laugh there. Yeah.
With your own joke.
Yeah. Well, it's true. It was my joke. Yeah, it's true. Yeah. So, okay, what she's saying is if you ever want to excel at something faster, just get a mentor. Find somebody who's done it already and ask them, what are the shortcuts?
Yep.
And they literally will just be like, here. And it just saves you years of screwing up.
Right.
Yeah. It does cost money.
It does.
But it speeds you way up, which technically means then you could make money faster.
Exactly.
Okay, so what did they say?
So he suggested hiring a coach. And I'm like, yeah. And this pokes me right in my sore spot of,
I don't want help?
But what if I'm not good at it?
Oh.
Now she's going to tell me I'm not good at it.
Well, no, they pay you. So you pay them. So they're going to tell you exactly what you need to hear.
You're good at it here, but try this.
Right.
I know, yeah. So...
how long have you been using the coach?
I had one session and then she gave homework, so now I get to go mess it up and then go.
That's awesome. Homework?
I know it is. It's one of those like constant conversations with myself because I want to give up because I don't want to be told I'm not good.
Fascinating.
So I have to be like, and that's not true.
It's not true.
It's not true.
It's the conversations we tell ourselves.
Right.
Yeah.
It's not true. So I just have to keep showing up and wincing.
Yes.
And just listen. And I know I'll get better. Do you know, I thought I would never drive.
Like a car?
Yeah. Because it was so, like the first couple times was so hard. And I was like, there's no many rules. Yeah. And like my mom like yelled at me one time. And I was like, I'm never gonna. And you know what I had to say? My grandma drives. I'm pretty sure I'm going to drive.
So I use that saying a lot. Not your grandma, but like the average idiot does this. I am not the average idiot. I'm like one tick above, right? So certainly I can like change my own air filter in the HVAC. And now YouTube came along and it's like, you can become an expert in 5 videos.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Got it, right? I mean, yeah. So that's interesting. So I like, if it's, so typically if you're paying a coach money, they're like, I'm going to help you get good fast. And they're going to just pinpoint the stuff you're bad at.
I know.
Which kind of hurts, but that's what you want. You're like, if I can fix the bad stuff, I'm in.
It is. And you know what? It's daddy issues, and I know this about myself. You know what I mean?
True. I mean, why wouldn't you know this? Because you can analyze.
Yeah. I know what it is. I just have to keep going.
It's great to be a man in this case because we're mostly stupid and not aware of what's going on in the world. And so I don't even really know what emotions are. I have 2 daughters, and now I get it. But it is actually interesting. I have learned a lot about what goes on in a lady's head from my daughters. I'm like, I don't understand what's the problem here. And so Olivia and Evie are my oldest and youngest, and I have 2 boys in the middle. And because they can see each other, I can actually sometimes give them some advice like, Olivia, look at Evan. Do you think he even cares about? And she's like, no, he doesn't. So it can cool it down a little bit. Or Evan, like, she probably wants you to brush your teeth and your hair. And he's like, really? I'm like, Olivia. She's like, yes, girls want you to brush your. And he's like, fascinating, right? So it's interesting to be able to let them like intermingle. I don't know if it's
cool.
I don't know if it's helped.
Absolutely, it has.
but
anytime you are prompted to shift your perspective, is helpful.
That's actually.
Right?
That's probably the name of this podcast. Shift your perspective. Because, really, it does. That's everything.
It is.
Don't honk at them because they may be going to the hospital.
I know.
You don't know.
100%.
So what homework did they give you?
So I had to study other people's.
Ooh, who did you pick?
Just random folks. Like she gave me a website to like go listen to these and note these things.
So you should probably listen to the people from Vox Machina. on.
So I know.
Yeah, they did what's their Critical Role? It's a D&D
Yes.
podcast that they turned into a cartoon, and it's them doing their own voices. I'm like, that is so awesome.
Is
Yeah.
top-notch.
So you can't.
I love it.
Can you listen to them or no? That doesn't count as homework.
These were demos.
Oh.
So, because that's the whole thing is, if you're going to get started and apply or audition or whatever, you have to say, here's my demo.
Yeah.
For you to listen to.
Okay. And so
my
demo
talent.
is the the tape of my takes.
Yeah.
And this is the
clips.
Do you do like? I guess it wouldn't be. Well, I guess it is. Is it voice ranges or is it accents or
styles? I would say.
Yeah.
Tone.
Do you have a demo yet? That's what you're making with Charlie. Charles.
I had one, but
Oh, you got a call with him.
I know. I'm just watching.
Is he working out of the house?
I don't know.
We could just surprise him. We could just both drive over to his house.
Go see him.
Yeah,
I don't know actually. I just
Charlie, if we show up, Charles, if we show up. My brother grew up as Charlie for like 20 years of my life, and then he changed to Charles, and I just can't not make the change. I'm 50 now, so it's been over 30 years. I can't make myself say the other word. But so if we show up at your house, I guess this will be in the future, so it'll be in the past. So
Right.
I don't know. We may just show up at your house, Charlie.
What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, demos, and then so she gave me a bunch of scripts
Right.
that I'm gonna do my best try, and she's gonna find the teaching moments, and it's gonna hurt me.
Well, but
heal
it'll make you
me.
better.
I know.
I mean, think about today with the handstand walks.
I know. It's so like I only need somebody who's gonna be like, good job. If I don't have
Right.
I quit basketball because
The coach was-
yelled. I was like, no, I'm gonna cry. I'm leaving. I can't deal with it.
That is a real thing.
Yeah.
Dads have to get out of their there's no need to yell. And you punish boy teams and girl teams differently and stuff, or not punish, but you motivate or whatever.
Right.
So there's a thing that I stole from Ben Bergeron's Chasing Excellence, but there's the critic on your shoulder, and then there's the coach.
Oh.
The critic says, you suck at voiceovers.
Right.
The coach says, hey, you may not be great at voiceovers yet, but if you hire a coach and listen to them, you're going to get better. Why do we listen to the critic?
I know.
If only there was someone who could
Talk you through it.
talk us through it. Yes.
I know. Yeah, I know this, but see, this is why therapists exist, because you
Right.
can't tell yourself stuff
You
and
can't.
believe it. You can't believe your parents.
No. Well,
And you can't-
proximity
you can't.
bias.
I'm just kidding,
No,
yeah.
you can't.
Right.
So this is, I know this has nothing to do with it, but it's one of my favorite, I don't know if it's a joke. I mean, it's real, but it's a joke. I'll probably get some backlash for anti-religiosism, but my joke or funniness is all the Bible talks about Jesus being Savior or whatever. The best proof is that his brother James believed. Right? If you can get your brother to believe that you're like
Then it
a
must be
prophet,
true.
I mean, seriously, if I went to Charlie, I'm like, dude, I am the Messiah. He's like, no. So
Shut up.
the
Yeah.
proximity bias is a real thing.
For real.
With Summer Strength, we will tell kids the exact same things that a parent says. They're going to go home and be like,
Guess what I
he
learned?
said I should eat my protein.
I know.
You're like, I've been saying that for
I
years.
know. Which is why also I've been to therapy. We've been to couples therapy
Right.
a few times.
All the time, yeah. Right.
It's I sent my kids to somebody else because they won't listen to me.
Well, and you realize that, so like coaching basketball and whatnot, you can be out there shooting with your kid. It's different than when they're with their other coach. Now, admittedly, you need that coach to not be a a-hole. Yeah, because I'm from the 80s, and I say things that I didn't realize you shouldn't say. Like, I would be like, hey, that's retarded. Like, oh, you can't say retarded. I'm like,
Yeah.
when did that happen? I didn't know that. I'm so sorry. But to
You
me, it
gotta
just
be on
means
that for
stupid,
that.
right? Yeah, I just
Right.
try hard not to say. And then like I was telling the girls I messed up. It's funny but embarrassing. So we were playing soccer, and it's like middle school girls, Christian school, and they made a wall, and they all dove out of the wall. I'm like, why even make it if you're not going to stand there? So at practice, I'm like, we're going to practice this. And so like, hey, who wants to volunteer to stand on the wall? And they're like, okay, me. So I'm like, okay, I put the girls on the wall, had some girls shoot, and they all dove. I'm like, okay, let's do it again. So like 3 times in, I'm like frustrated, like, what do I need to say to make them like turn around or whatever? I said, hey, girls, I wanted to say, you have to have big balls to stand in the wall. And I'm like, you have to have big, and I'm like, I can't say it. And the only thing that came out was ovaries. I'm like, why did I say that? Why did I choose that word? And so the dean of the school was like, you can't say ovaries. So I'm like, I hear you. It's better than big balls, wasn't it? And he's like, okay, that is better. I'm like, sorry. So yeah. Anyway, have a coach that will say the right things and like help them grow and not like you suck. That's not coaching. Yeah. And if you pay this person, guess what they want to help you do?
Succeed.
Yes.
Not quit.
Weird.
I know.
So that you can. So they're like, I was valuable. Give me some stars and use me some more. So yeah. So hiring a coach is probably the coolest thing to do. So when you do this demo, do you know what you're doing? You have to like.
So okay, here's the thing I'm stuck on, which is why I'm like putting out my feelers.
Yeah.
It costs like $2,500.
What?
I know. When I've done.
Did you know we could do a demo off of this? And I think this setup right here was $300, and we still have battery.
I know.
Yeah, and we're still recording. So
here's the thing: is when I look at all of my self-taught stuff, I'm positive it is not as good as if I paid somebody.
Okay.
But like.
Oh, you mean like they're editing and they're like, okay, yeah.
But like, can I do my own to get started, and then when I make $2,000, I can pay somebody? You know what I mean? Like, where's
sometimes
that
you
in
do have to
between?
pay because I see what you're saying. There is if they're all listening to demo tapes that are of a certain quality.
Yeah,
and yours comes in.
There's no way you're getting a job.
So like on this podcast thing, they have on Buzzsprout, you can just upload your junk and be like whatever, or you can pay an extra $5 a month for Magic Mic. And what that does is it normalizes your voice and my voice so that if I'm talking super quiet and you're super loud or whatever, I just made you deeper. I don't know why I made you deeper.
That's
sorry.
right.
If it'll like bring them together. Because podcasts that have different volumes sucks.
Right, no, yeah.
So I'm already paying extra money, but I think it makes a better experience, right?
For sure.
So if you, I don't know why they would charge, well, how about this? I don't know the value of that.
Apparently that's the going rate. So I've asked around because I'm not one to just be like, okay, and give all my money to somebody. So.
If you are like that, I have a bridge I need to sell you. In somewhere that doesn't need bridges, right?
I know, right?
I have some swampland. Yeah.
No, I'm not that way. But so I'm also kind of like, I'll pout about it and then I'll finally just do it and be like, fine, you know.
When do you have to see Charlie? Oh, we got time. Yeah, we got some time.
Yeah. So.
So you don't know what goes on the track yet?
I do know.
Okay, you know.
I just don't want to pay.
Yeah. But you can get maybe Charlie to like. He's really good. He made the intro to the. I'm like,
I know.
Give me something that's interesting. And he gave me like 9 different things. I'm like, could you make this one but a little bit faster? And he's like, boom. I'm like, could you make it a little bit more punchy and only 10 seconds long? And he's like, boom. I'm like, I love you. Thank you.
I know. Well, see, that's
and
the
it probably
thing.
took him like 10 minutes, and he really loves doing it.
So it's I do want to recognize people's worth and pay them and whatever, right? But also, I give a lot of free advice to people.
Right.
Like, if you're my friend,
can I help you?
Or friend of a friend, and I like, you know.
Right.
But
it is funny. So in the job you're in, you probably get a lot of questions. And you're like, I get paid to do this for a living, so I do want to help, but also this is like actually work.
And I'm like the most. Would never charge people.
So Verity is always asking me, hey, doesn't Jordan do veterinary stuff? Couldn't you just? I'm like, look, but that's his job. I don't want to call him about a dog that has mange.
Call.
No, like I don't.
Do call.
No, I can't.
You should.
If people, so I'm
Give
on the other
Verity's
side.
number.
I want to pay. Like if my friend does it, I want to pay them over the amount. Because they're my friend that does whatever. I'm going to pay you to do that. Yeah.
Jordan had somebody that he worked with who said, charge your friends because your enemies won't pay.
That is true. Yes. So similarly, when I was doing the politics thing, a book I read said, if you ask your mom if she would vote for you, if she wouldn't vote for you, don't go into politics. Right? So, right. Your enemy? Funny. Yeah, anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me go through some of these. I have some somewhat standard questions just to get people to know you. So, okay. Well, you sort of told us how you found CrossFit. Your mom said to go to the gym, and then it was the gym inside the gym. So let me ask you this. Can anybody do CrossFit?
I think so, for sure.
Yeah. You've seen me, so.
Absolutely. Well, I know they could. I guess the question is it your cup of tea?
True.
Right?
It's not for everybody.
Right.
For sure. My wife hates it, but I think it's also the gym was different back then, and we pushed people to compete more.
Right.
And now we're like, do what's comfortable with you. We'll help you get there only if you want to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like Jordan, he can go in the garage and lift weights and be so happy as a clam.
Yeah. I like it when he comes in.
I know.
Yeah.
And he likes to come too. Because, I was like, hey, if you're not going to come, like, we could save some money.
Yeah, it's true.
And then
Don't
he's
pay
like,
for things.
No, I want to come.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, well, you can think
Well, and you make, so I think a good thing for me as I know you probably would say I'm not an introvert. For me, it gives me access to a bunch of people that I actually really like. So we narrowed down the business of don't let anybody in. Just pick people who fit your motto. What is your motto? Well, we are happy, humble, helpful people who want to be healthy and fit now as well as when we're 90. Okay? So weirdly, we attract people now that are happy, humble, helpful.
Yeah.
So when we have somebody come in and it's like, I just want to use the gym and not talk to anybody. I'm like, go next door, go down the street, do something different, whatever. So I actually really like going. I'm like, there's a lot of cool people in there. So into like today's classes, the PM classes and the AM classes were merging for some reason. I'm like, this is fascinating. All my favorite people are together at the same time, and y'all don't even know each other. So,
I just came up with it. That's why I gasped earlier. You're an ambivert.
Ooh.
Did you know? Like ambidextrous.
So I can breathe through my gills?
That's what it is.
Ambidextrous? Yeah.
You're
amphibious.
You're an introvert, extrovert. Depends on
the mode where I'm at. That's probably true.
Ambivert.
So I really do. So it is a weird thing. Anyway. Okay. Okay. So in CrossFit, we're at our gym. Any high-low buffalo?
Just like about joining?
Or just the experience. I don't know. Whatever.
Today?
Or just in general. Do you have a high something that sticks out? Doesn't have to be the best, but something you're like, oh, it's been fun because, or. I wish we knew we had a pool in the backyard.
I know, right? I don't, just all of it. I love all of it. Everybody's the personality of the coaches, and
that's because they're listening. Because you better say
that.
No, they don't listen to these.
There have been different. I've been to different boxes.
Oh yeah.
You know.
So it's an affiliate, not a franchise. So anybody can do whatever they want.
Yeah.
And I am overqualified to have a gym in terms of education. I'm an electrical engineer, which may be undereducated because I'm not a business guy.
Yeah.
But most of the gyms are like bro gyms. And you're like, hey, what were you going to do with your life? I was either going to like dig ditches or open a gym. And you're like, really?
Oh.
Yeah. So it's not everyone, but there's a lot, especially old school, that it was just like, I don't know what to do with my life. I think I'll open a gym.
So the first one I started out at, I don't know what it was. Possibly my pouty face about new things.
Right.
I tried to look inside. Right? But it would be like, they would ask about people's weekend and skip me, where I would be like, I freaking asked every single person I see it.
Except me.
And so it got to the point where I would be like, I'm probably lifting wrong, but they're not going to look at me and
just tell you what to do.
Coach me.
Yeah.
They'd like actively avoid me for something. It was weird, and it was so friendly, and it just like was.
Well, you weren't part of the bro sesh, so. Yeah.
You know, I know.
That's interesting. It was like that at our gym as well. We've been in modes where people were doing different programming, and we clicked our not click, but the cliche click. How do you know?
Social click.
Yes, that's it. Thank you. Social click. Thank you. And everyone had their own little group, and they fought. Dang it, English. Yes. So that can be a real thing.
I see.
No, they were angry at each other. Like, my programming's better. I'm like,
okay.
What the heck just happened?
What's happening?
Yeah, we messed up somehow, but we got over it.
Yeah, that's good. My low, I don't think there's been.
That's a perfect answer. There isn't any of those. Yeah, good answer. Yeah. There is no.
I don't know. I can't.
Okay, that's good. What would be the most unusual thing between, I don't know, gyms and whatever? Just like, we made you pick up a cement stone?
I know, right? Nothing's been all that different. Buffalo, I guess I didn't think, that I would
playing
find
D&D with CrossFitters.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't. No. Because I would assume that I would go and have acquaintances.
Yeah.
You know, but not like people. I'm like, I really like them a lot.
So that was fascinating. When we started this, I didn't expect the community. I just thought, it'd be people throwing junk around.
Right.
And I really enjoy the people that we run into. I mean, sometimes it's just like an individual taste test where it's like, hey, we're friends for a little bit, then you're out.
Yeah.
Other times people stick around and like, hey, this is kind of fun. I really get to know you, and we're into the same sort of things. Okay.
Yeah.
So what about, so anybody else, like your mom, anybody, and Jordan, of course, anybody doing CrossFit?
In my family? Mm-hmm. No, my mom's not a CrossFitter. I wish she would try.
Is she here in Georgia, or is she?
Yeah, she's in Georgia.
Where?
But she's like in the Griffin, Peachtree City, Sonoya.
Peachtree City.
I
don't, but I know Peachtree City. Mm-hmm. I got a good buddy down there, Rick Thomas, that has a gym down there. So Hannah, who I talked to yesterday, which her chat with me will come out before this one. She wants a mom class for her mom, Donna. So if your mom would drive up, she could join Hannah and Donna with Jamie and what's your mom's name?
Betsy.
Betsy, this is your invitation. Come join us. If you don't listen to this,
She's gonna.
I need you to text me the answer to life, the universe, and everything. And the answer is 42. So if you text your daughter 42, we'll know you listened to this point.
I want her to.
Yeah, we'll get her to come up.
She knows. I'm like, Mom, you know that like the key to youth is muscle, and she's like, I know. And
Just
but,
really doing something. Feebleness is chasing us down. You have to fight it. Otherwise, it will win.
She knows. She
Yeah.
rides horses, and we don't have to like get on a whole like. I know
Let's get on our horse and talk about that.
I thought you were trying to finish with
No,
the questions,
I mean,
but...
I just want to make sure you find Charles in time.
Right.
Okay, so what interesting, fascinating ways are you using your new fitness?
to curl.
I know. And people are like, wait, she does curls for the girls? No.
Right. No, curling
Olympic
the ice.
curling. That's
Curling,
fascinating.
ice
In Georgia, you found that.
That's crazy, huh? But because of my like wide reach of like all the new friends I can ever make, possibly ever, a friend is like,
Jordan,
hey.
she needs more friends.
I know, right? He'd be like, no, stop, you're showing up to a new friend was like, you like weird things and are a fitness person, come do this.
I would
and I was
totally.
like,
When I saw y'all's
100%.
Facebook post of that, I was spreading jelly all
So
over the
cool.
toast I don't eat. I'm like, I would curl. I love
So
the
cool.
like weird sports.
It was very neat. So
And you had a slippery leg.
it had a slippery leg. It was great.
And a was the other leg? Did it have like cleats to keep you pegged to the ground?
No, it's like a rubbery stop
Okay.
thing. You drag your toe actually of that one. You have it's a slippery foot thing.
Yeah, I like that. Our
know.
descriptive words.
Yep, a slippery
foot thing.
It looks like the insole of your shoe.
Okay.
And it slips.
So it's probably
And then
maybe
you're-
felt or something. Yeah.
I'm not sure, yeah. And then the other side, your foot just extends and drags along. But not your
And
knee.
then you use a little broomy thing to like
Sweep in front of it to make it keep going.
or to like turn it a direction,
I think
right?
you can,
Yeah. I don't know how to do all that.
I was not very good at it, but that was fun.
What else? What unusual thing or like I don't know, absurd, unusual, whatever that you find pleasure and joy in that people are like, what are you doing? I'd imagine you have a lot.
I know.
We'll have to think
I'll
about
just
that
have
one.
to tell you all of the weird things that I like. Okay, yeah, so voiceovers in theater, cosplay. We did some cosplay.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Have you been to
Dragon Con,
Dragon
yes.
Con? How did you know?
Because-
What number am I thinking of?
42.
Yes! What city am I thinking of?
Atlanta?
Yes!
I know.
Man, you're so smart.
Jordan paints miniatures, so
Yes.
I started
Oh.
to build a little miniature house thingy.
Yeah,
because,
I wish I used to do that as a kid.
Yeah,
I'd like to
yeah.
do it again, but I don't have the time yet, but I want to.
board games, like anything that's new.
Yeah.
My brain, I just have to do new things. I get so bored.
Yeah. Well, and that's funny in CrossFit. One thing I really like about it, the pinnacle of CrossFit is learn and play new sports.
Right.
It's not do more CrossFit. It's like do curling, do
Right.
stuff.
Do
Yeah.
more sports, yeah.
All right, so there is a billboard right behind us that we used to rent.
Mm-hmm.
If you rented that billboard, what message would you say to the world? Not to the world, but everyone driving on 92. The 1 billion people that live in
Everybody
Woodstock.
needs therapy. It's normal.
Actually, that's true.
I would say.
And people have a complex about it. Like,
I
well, if I
know.
go to therapy, doesn't that mean
I'm crazy.
you're normal?
Right. Go to therapy. It's normal. That's
Go to
what I would
therapy.
say.
What would you look for in a person to hire, like that coach? What's like a number one thing, or a thing to look for, or a thing to avoid?
I would say definitely like if you have like some kind of like chemistry,
Yeah.
right? Because you're not going to tell stuff.
So that means you have to
people
talk
that
to
you
them first.
Yeah.
Okay, so you got to
Yeah.
go to at least one session and see, and then
Sure.
don't be afraid to fire them.
Absolutely.
Okay.
A lot. Most people recognize that like a free consult is in order.
Yeah.
You know. And so see if you jive, see if like the things you say, like, you know, are you picking up what I'm putting down,
Right.
like that kind of thing.
Interesting. So I didn't
Yeah.
know that you had free consults, or at least an initial hello.
Yeah,
I like that.
15 minutes.
You can tell I know a lot about that business, the industry. I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing.
Right?
Yeah. And I could use a lot of work, as my wife tells me. No, she doesn't say that.
We
Yes,
all
she does.
we all need it. You know?
Right.
I don't know what to say specifically.
No, I like that
to
one.
Not look out or to avoid.
Okay.
Somebody who makes you feel uncomfortable
Yeah.
or just says stuff because you're not going to share with
Right.
them if you're like.
So if you get a creep vibe,
yeah.
So I intentionally go a little creepy because it's funny, but I'm not a yeah.
The people aren't telling you their secrets.
No, they don't.
So-
We'll talk to Coach Jamie. They will tell, but they don't tell me anything, but they tell her everything. It's
I
interesting.
love Jamie.
Oh man, she's easy to
very,
talk
like,
to. Yes. She does a good job with me too. I'll put out some stuff. She's like, "That's stupid. Don't do that." I'm like, "Thank you for just telling me," and I'll just like go fix whatever it is.
She's the perfect mix of like hard and soft.
Oh, yeah.
Like she'll know when to be like,
Yeah, really.
do
You need to
that."
do more. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
or like,
she does a good
Oh,
job.
I know. It's like she's so
Right.
great. She really is.
With your, like, I guess fitness and the things you do, what future thing are you looking forward to? Like, what event do you have coming up, or whatever?
We are going to do the Savage race again. It's been years.
Yeah.
We're going to do that in
You
the
know, there's
fall.
like a bunch of guys who. Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Hannah also said, "I want to do one of those mud races." I'm like, "There's like 10 people in the gym that die for those."
Yeah. They're so fun. So that's going to be our fitness thing we're going to do again. But the thing I look forward to really is like, I'm not trying to get like weight PRs. I'm sure I will, but is like learning, like doing the skills. Like I've been doing
Handstands,
this long enough.
Yeah.
I should be doing it.
Well, unless
I don't
you
wanna
practice
shit on
them,
myself.
yeah. Unless you practice it, you don't.
Right.
So you have
No.
to like. That's what we're doing. April and May, take the time to practice the skills because you'll end up getting them.
Absolutely. So I have like double under goals and, you know, doing good kips and all that.
Yeah. So in 6 months from now, I want your demo tape.
Yep.
So I can put it on here, and we're gonna have you do some voice coutures. I don't know the right word for it. And you know me, so when we play D&D, I have one accent I can do, which is basically a redneck farmer guy.
I love it.
I can't do anything else. And when I try to do British or English, it just sounds like a redneck like farmer from Georgia. I'm like, whatever, I can't do anything else. I try, but I have one. So I heard that in order to do voices, think of somebody you want to imitate. Don't quite imitate them, but think about that.
Yeah.
And it's still for me. It
comes out
me. Like so weird that it's like, for you it's total jive. For me it's like, and it's like a wall that just can't be broken.
That's okay. I have trouble with simple math of
Right. That's what I'm saying.
how many
We're all
plates
just
are
made
on my bar. Like, I always ask the coach, "Is this right? Is it, how much is
Can
it?"
you not add by fives? No, I cannot.
I freaking can't. Because I'm like, but it's on one side, but the other side.
Do I have to double it? And then the bar. All right. Well, so Charlie is calling you. All right. That was fun. Y'all be good. And Jamie and I will come back in 6 months from now.
That's
All
right.
Bye-bye.